Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In this lecture, we will analyze the behavior of average and marginal cost curves in the short-run time period. Dear students, in the short-run analysis of a firm, average costs, that is per unit costs, are more important than total costs. The different units of output that a firm produces do not cost the same amount to the firm, but they must be sold at the same price. Therefore, the firm must know the per unit cost or the average cost. The short-run average cost of a firm are divided into two components. One, average fixed cost, and second, average variable cost. Let's first discuss the average fixed cost. Students, average fixed cost refers to per unit of total fixed cost. Or we can say it is the fixed cost per unit of output. Average fixed cost equals total fixed cost at each level of output, that is TFC, divided by the number of units of output produced, that is Q. Thus, EFC is equal to TFC divided by Q, where TFC represents total fixed cost and Q represents the number of units of output produced. We can also get average fixed cost by subtracting the average variable cost from average total cost. That is, AFC is equal to AC, that is average total cost, minus AVC, that is average variable cost. As average total cost is made up of two components, which are average fixed cost and average variable cost. So, if we subtract the average variable cost from average total cost, we will get average fixed cost. Students, the average fixed cost diminishes continuously as output increases. This is natural, as we know average fixed cost is equal to total fixed cost divided by number of units of output produced. Total fixed costs are constant throughout, that is, they do not change with the change in output. So, when constant total fixed costs are divided by a continuously increasing unit of output, the result is continuously diminishing average fixed costs. Thus, average fixed cost curve is a downward sloping curve which approaches the quantity axis without touching it, as shown in the figure given here. The downward slope of average fixed cost curve shows that average fixed cost decreases as output increases. It is important to note that the average fixed cost curve is a rectangular hyperbola. Students, a rectangular hyperbola is a curve under which all rectangular areas are equal. So, if we take any point on average fixed cost curve, that is AFC curve, and multiply average fixed cost at that point with the corresponding level of output shown along x-axis, their product, that is average fixed cost multiplied by output, shall always be the same, and average fixed cost multiplied by the output or the product of average fixed cost and output is equal to total fixed cost, which remains same or constant. Thus, the rectangular hyperbola shape of the average fixed cost curve shows that the total fixed cost, which is equal to average fixed cost multiplied by the level of output, remains constant at all levels of output. Now coming to another component of average cost, which is average variable cost. Students, average variable cost refers to per unit of total variable cost. Or we can say average variable cost is the variable cost per unit of output. Average variable costs equal total variable costs at each level of output, that is TVC, divided by the number of units of output produced, that is Q. Thus, AVC, which is average variable cost, is equal to TVC divided by Q, where Q represents the number of units of output produced. As average total cost is the sum of average fixed cost and average variable cost, so if we subtract the average fixed cost from average total cost, we will get average variable cost. Thus, AVC, that is average variable cost, is equal to AC, that is average cost or average total cost, minus AFC, that is average fixed cost. Students, firstly, the average variable cost will fall as output increases from zero to normal capacity output due to the occurrence of increasing returns to factor during the initial stages of production. But beyond the normal capacity output, average variable cost will rise steeply because of the operation of diminishing returns at the later stages of production. Thus, the average variable cost curve is U-shaped as shown in figure here. As we can see here, the average variable cost curve first falls, then reaches a minimum and finally rises. Now the average total cost, or simply referred as average cost. Dear students, average total cost or average cost refers to per unit total cost of production, or we can say it is the cost per unit of output. Average total costs are arrived at by dividing the total cost at each level of output by the number of units of output produced, that is Q. Thus, AC is equal to TC divided by Q, where TC represents total cost at each level of output and Q represents the number of units of output produced. Students, average total cost is also equal to the sum total of average fixed cost and average variable cost. That is, AC is equal to AFC, which is average fixed cost, plus AVC, which is average variable cost. Average cost curve is also U-shaped, just like average variable cost curve, as average total costs reflect the influence of both average fixed costs and average variable costs. So at first, average total costs are high at lower levels of output because both average fixed costs and average variable costs are large. But as output increases, the average total costs fall sharply because of the steady decline of both average fixed costs and average variable costs till they reach the minimum point. As production is increased after the minimum point, the average total costs rise quickly because the fall in average fixed costs is negligible in relation to the rising average variable costs. Thus, average cost curve initially falls when output increases, then reaches its minimum point, and then eventually rise with the rise in output. This figure here shows the average fixed cost curve, which is a downward sloping curve and a rectangular hyperbola, the average variable cost curve, and the average total cost curve. Both average variable cost and average total cost curves are U-shaped due to the operation of law of variable proportion. We see here that the average cost curve lies above the average fixed cost and average variable cost curves because average cost is the sum of average fixed cost and average variable cost. Students, average cost curve is a vertical summation of average fixed cost and average variable cost curves. That is, it is vertically added up the values of average fixed cost and average variable cost at different levels of output. Moreover, as output increases, average fixed cost becomes smaller and smaller. Hence, the vertical distance between the average total cost curve and average variable cost curve goes on declining. Now coming to the another important concept of costs, which is marginal cost. Students, marginal cost refers to the addition in total cost when one more unit of output is produced. It means it is the change in total cost when an additional unit of output is produced. It's calculated as MC is equal to del TC divided by del Q, where MC is marginal cost, del TC represents a change in total cost, and del Q represents a unit change in output. Algebraically, it is the total of producing n units instead of n minus 1 units, that is one less, where n is any given number. Thus, MCN is equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. That is, marginal cost of nth unit is equal to total cost of n units minus total cost of n minus 1 units. Dear students, if in the short run there are only fixed costs, that is, there are no variable costs, then any change of production does not change costs, since fixed costs do not change with the change in output. On the other hand, if there are only growing variable costs in the short run time period, marginal costs will be equal to variable costs. So, marginal cost can be calculated from total variable costs, since in the short run it is the only total variable costs that change with the change in output. Thus, MCN is equal to TVCN minus TVCN minus 1. That is, marginal cost of nth unit is equal to total variable cost of n units minus total variable cost of n minus 1 units of output. Thus, in short run, marginal cost can be calculated either from total cost or from total variable costs, as total variable cost and total costs first fall and then rise. Marginal cost also behaves in the same way. That is, the short run marginal cost curve is U-shaped as shown in this figure. It's evident from the figure that initially marginal cost curve falls and eventually it tends to rise. This is because, as we discussed in our previous lecture, that initially total cost increases at decreasing rate. That is, the rate of increase in total cost is diminishing at the earlier stages of production. Hence, initially marginal cost falls, and then total cost increases at increasing rate at the later stages of production. Hence, marginal cost in the later stages of production rises. So, students, the short run average variable cost curve, the short run average total cost curve, and the short run marginal cost curve all are U-shaped as shown in the figure given in the current slide. They all initially fall, then reach their minimum point, and then eventually rise. The U-shape of average variable cost, average total cost, and marginal cost curves can be explained in terms of the law of variable proportions, which exhibits the short-run production function. As we already studied the law of variable proportion, which tells that when quantity of one variable factor is changed while keeping the quantities of other factors fixed, total output initially increases at increasing rate. Both average product and marginal product of variable factor increases in the initial stage. Hence, initially average cost and marginal cost falls with increase in output. But after some time, especially during the second stage of production, total product increases but at decreasing rate. Hence, average product and marginal product falls in the second stage, which causes the average cost and marginal cost to rise during this stage. Thus, falling average cost and marginal cost during initial stage is in accordance with rising average product and marginal product. That is, when there are increasing returns to factor. And rising average cost and marginal cost during the later stages of production is in accordance with falling average product and marginal product when there are diminishing returns to a factor. With the help of the figure given in the current slide, we can also show how average cost and marginal cost are related to each other. Firstly, we see here that marginal cost curve intersects average variable cost and average total cost curve at their minimum point, like it intersects average variable cost curve at point A, which is the minimum point of average variable cost curve, and it intersects the short run average total cost curve at point B, which is the minimum point of short run average total cost curve. Thus, marginal cost is equal to average cost at its minimum point. Second important point to note is it is the marginal cost which firstly reaches its minimum point as shown by point C in this figure. Since marginal cost declines faster than average cost, after marginal cost, average variable cost curve reaches its minimum as shown by point A, and then finally average total cost curve reaches its minimum point as shown by point B in the figure. It can be seen in this figure that as long as short run marginal cost curve lies below the short run average cost curve, the average cost curve is falling. Or in some other way, we can state it as when average cost falls, marginal cost is lower than average cost. Just look at the figure. Average variable cost curve is falling till point A, and up to this point marginal cost continues to be lower than average variable cost. If we take short run average total cost curve, it is falling till point B, and up to point B marginal cost continues to be lower than the short run average total cost. Fourth important point which we observe here is when marginal cost curve lies above the average cost curve, the average cost is rising, or in some other way we can state it as when average cost increases, marginal cost increases faster than average cost, so that marginal cost curve is above average cost curve. Thus, to conclude, we can say that if average cost is falling, average cost is greater than marginal cost. If average cost is rising, average cost is less than marginal cost. And lastly, if average cost is constant, average cost is equal to marginal cost. Thank you.